The St. Bernard Parish Sheriff's Office will keep an eye on your home while you're on summer vacation. From crime-related matters to issues such as wind or storm damage, a patrol deputy can let you know what's happening in your neighborhood while you and your family are away. Officials say they see an increase in property crimes during the summer months.
I think just the increased patrols and the deterrent, the deputies are able to focus on certain areas, spot nefarious activity, and I wouldn't have an exact number, but I would believe it decreases it considerably.
The information you give is kept confidential and is only revealed to the officers assigned to patrol your neighborhood. Call the number on your screen for extra patrols. WDSU meteorologist Damon Singleton is joining dozens of other African-American men to talk about being healthy. He was on the panel for the second annual Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise event sponsored by the 100 Black Men organization. From demonstrations about how the heart works to getting hands-on and working up a sweat, the free event was a resource event that showed families the importance of living a healthy lifestyle.
In our country, we have a lot of health needs. Obesity is one of the things that are plaguing our children. So there's a need for individuals to understand that healthy eating, healthy lifestyles, physical activity will help in an overall quality of life. If we have a healthy community, we have a community that will prosper and be successful.
This year, the Metro New Orleans chapter of the 100 Black Men is celebrating 25 years in the community. Leaders say their focus is about showing young children positive examples to ensure the community remains successful and vibrant. And bands and cooks brought the flavor out to Kenner tonight for the 7th annual Hispanic Summerfest. Crowds filled the Mus Berlino playground to enjoy the rich and diverse culture, sample some tasty food, and enjoy family fun. The two-day festival continues tomorrow in Lake Town. Attorney General Jeff Sessions will testify before the Senate Intelligence Committee Tuesday. Sessions says former FBI Director James Comey's testimony last week is why he wants to testify. Tuesday's testimony is expected to be a closed meeting and will focus on the moments leading up to the private conversation between Comey and President Trump about former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Sessions recused himself from a federal investigation into contacts between Russia and the Trump campaign after admitting that he had met twice last year with the Russian ambassador to the U.S. During the confirmation hearing, Sessions said he had not met with Russians during the campaign. 5 people were injured today when a car struck pedestrians outside of an Amsterdam railway station. Police arrested the driver. They say he was parked in a place where he wasn't allowed to stop and drove off when approached by police. He ended up running into a wall. Amsterdam police say there is no indication whatsoever that this incident is an extremism attack. Fans are leaving mementos on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for actor Adam West, who died Friday. He received a star 5 years ago, but today fans returned there to pay their respects and leave flowers. West was best known for his role as Batman on TV in the 1960s. He also played on other shows like Bonanza, Perry Mason, and Bewitched. West was 88 years old. And the ex-boyfriend of late Bobby Christina Brown was arrested in Florida today on domestic violence charges involving his current live-in girlfriend. Sanford police responded to the home Nick Gordon shares with a woman on a domestic violence call. The woman accused Gordon of hitting and punching her. Officers found Gordon at a local clubhouse near the home. He was arrested on charges of domestic battery and false imprisonment. United support for the LGBT community, how cities across the country and thousands here in New Orleans celebrated Pride Weekend. Plus, school's out, but class is still in session. How the planetarium in St. Bernard Parish is keeping young minds fresh this summer. Cities across the country are celebrating Pride Weekend. In the nation's capital, the theme was unapologetically proud. The Pride Parade took marchers past the White House and the National Mall. It featured more than 180 floats and vehicles, and of course, walkers, politicians, drag queens, and other community groups. The event raises money and awareness for the homeless members of the LGBTQ community. The weekend wraps up with the Equality March and Festival tomorrow. In Boston, there was a special tribute to the victims and survivors of the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando. The Pride Parade included a float carrying the names of all 49 victims. About 30 survivors flew in from Orlando to be on the float. Many said it was an honor to ride in that parade.
I had a few of my own personal friends that died there, family members. but it was hard, very hard.
You guys went through a tragedy just like we did, so just to be able to be here and share the love together, it's amazing.
This is the 47th year for the Boston Pride Parade. More than 300 groups participated, including local politicians like Senator Elizabeth Warren and Boston's mayor. And as you can see there back here at home, WDSU meteorologists Margaret Orr and Quaylen Murphy were in the middle of all the fun for the annual NOLA Pride Fest. In fact, they led the parade, as you saw there, with brass bands swinging and floats filled with drag queens and local businesses and other crews. The streets were lined with supporters of the LGBTQ community. The parade brings in thousands of people each year with 2,700 participants, and get this, 70,000 people who take over parts of the city for the whole weekend. Pride Weekend continues tomorrow with Family Equality Day at the Longview House and Gardens. And I'm told they have some yoga for kids there too that's going on tomorrow. It's like family yoga and Pilates or yoga. Either way.
A lot of things going on.
A lot happening.
Thankfully, the weather was great for today. You also got Tomato Festival as well. So you got some more events tomorrow. May need to pack that umbrella with you, though, because unfortunately, we're seeing the humidity return and our rain chances as well. So the weather headlines we're looking at. The rain is returning and it's going to stay with us for most of next week. The humidity returns and even some 90-degree temperatures. So I'm just full of good news for you. The rain's returning and the heat and humidity as well. So just something to deal with here as we get closer towards the official start of the summer season. Here's a look at our high temperatures so far for the month of June, and you can notice no 90s showing up here just yet. We enjoyed some cooler days. It wasn't as cool as far as our high temperatures, but less humidity the rest of the week. Our high today was 87 degrees at the airport. Rainfall, we're almost 2 inches above average for this time of year, and more rain is definitely on the way. Here's those temperatures over the next 7 days, and they're going to continue to climb. A ridge of high pressure will build back in, and we'll see a summer-like pattern with afternoon rain chances, otherwise very warm temperatures. So they'll be back into the upper 80s to lower 90s as we go towards the end of the week. So here's our water vapor imagery, and it shows us the amount of moisture into the atmosphere. We see these kind of brighter green colors. That's the moisture and rainfall that's been across Florida and into the Gulf of Mexico. This trough of low pressure is going to slowly move towards the north. We have an upper low that is situated just to our west, so we're still getting fed the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. So we're going to see an increase in cloud cover throughout the day tomorrow, and our rain chances are going to continue to increase as well. Here's some of that rain trying to make its way up closer towards the mouth of the Mississippi River. A few isolated showers off the coast. Looking for that drier air to keep the rain away from us overnight. But as the atmosphere fills back up with moisture, we'll see some rain squeezing out of those clouds as we go into the afternoon hours tomorrow. So a quiet radar for us this evening. That's going to continue through the overnight hours. Temperatures a little bit warmer than what we've been seeing the past few days. Going to start out generally into the low 70s for the North Shore, mid to upper 70s on the South Shore. An isolated shower possible in the early morning. By the afternoon, with daytime heating, we start getting these patches of showers and thunderstorms. So just be aware of that if you do go out to any of those outdoor activities tomorrow. Keep the umbrella handy just in case you run into some of that rain. After the sun sets, looking through the overnight hours, we'll see most of that rainfall come to an end, and that's going to kind of be our pattern as we go over the next week. So you see the moisture building in from the Gulf of Mexico. There's your rain Sunday afternoon. A little lull in the precipitation through the overnight hours. Then Monday afternoon, we see the storms firing up once again. The good news, not really any severe weather, but you could get some lightning and some heavy downpours from time to time. So keeping some high rain chances in there through Monday, a 40% chance there on Tuesday. Again, the high temperature at the airport was 87 degrees. Our average is 89, so we're getting closer to 90, just being the normal around southeast Louisiana. High temperatures today, Mississippi Gulf Coast, mid 80s, upper 80s as you get closer towards the North Shore. So looking at our countdown, Father's Day in 8 days, don't forget about that. The official start of summer, although it's been feeling like that, is still 11 days away. And then, of course, Independence Day over 3 weeks away. Temperatures right now are in the mid to the upper 70s. They're not going to really drop too much through the overnight hours in the low to mid 70s. Rain chances remain throughout the next 7 days, and 90s going to return by the end of the week.
All right, thank you, Daniel. The National World War II Museum is showing off a new exhibit, and this one is here to stay. The organizers held a dedication ceremony for the Arsenal of Democracy exhibit today. The exhibit tells the story of the road to war, the terror of the Pearl Harbor attack, and the experience of ordinary